Omogezwe, namkalakile, hartelijk welcome to Beckett's Trek 2. One thing that we humans love is neat and easy, good guys versus bad guys. The media picks the fashion and we gobble it up. Check the British and American channels. Syria's Assad is the ultimate ogre. Follow the Russians and he's protecting the innocents from devilish assault. It's too easy. Here's a case where I have some trouble with goodness and badness. More than a year after Walk Tall died, peacefully in his bed, like violent people ironically often do, I bump into his friend Godknows. Godknows asks, did you do him a tribute? What an odd idea, a tribute to a copper-bottomed, card-carrying criminal bad guy. But then, Walk Tall wasn't just a criminal. He was also a philosopher and a poet and a mensch, and a recurring blip on the graph of my life. In some previous eon, I was an apprentice manager at the Star. I arranged an African staff year-end picnic at the Smuts farm in Irene. That was a drama on its own, 18 years before apartheid ended. What you mean African? Like natives? Then, with 300 employees and their spouses at the scene, their children populating the premises while the farm's managers looked on nervously, one person went rogue, offering to cut off a lady manager's ears to avenge an allegedly short helping at the carvery. My endeavour to restore order by reason and civility got nowhere. I was embarrassed, all right, but relieved too when a tough former Rhodesian policeman usurped my role altogether with very different methods. But on Monday, the follow-up fell to me. The offender's name was Peter Sorger. That no one seemed to know this person was quite a ridicule. How did that happen? But when he pitched up on the management floor, there was a stir. It turned out that he was famous under the name Walk Tall. He was widely known as the local answer to, somebody sang it for me, Bad, bad Leroy Brown, baddest man in the whole dang town. And it turned out Walk Tall sort of lived up to this. He also turned out, when sober and minding his manners, to be personable, pleasant, and persuasively apologetic. I felt really bad firing him. 2 decades later, a grim winter evening, I'm making my solitary way on foot through a back end of town, southeast among scruffy deserted warehouses. Suddenly, figures loom out of the dusk. These are not friendly figures. Steel glints from their hands. They close around me. I reach for wallet and watch, eager to surrender all I can in hope of emerging with blood and bones intact. Then I recognize the lead guy. My heart slithers into my boots. Here comes Walk Tall's revenge. A millisecond later, Walk Tall recognizes me and disorients me utterly by breaking into a mighty grin. He bursts out, Mr. Beckett, in unmistakable tones of long-lost brother, and he gestures the knives away. Next thing, the gang is a bored, captive audience, while old acquaintances summon us. What happened to Ephraim? Where is Naphtali? How is Puteho? I'm emboldened, and I risk, and how about you? Still laughing, Walk Tall says, I never got another job after you fired me. Uh-oh. I mumble sympathies, I make sounds of farewell and heading for my car, which is several blocks away near the Carlton. Walk Tall won't hear of this. He vetoes it flatly. No, he says, no, you can't do that. I'm bewildered again. What now? Is this a kidnap or something? I'm being held for ransom? Walk Tall amplifies. There are bad people. We must come with you. At the car, among throngs and lights, I venture a return to danger terrain, asking, doesn't he bear any sort of grudge about that firing and its consequences? He airily dismisses this. You shook my hand when you fired me, and you wished me good luck. That was a quarter century ago. History since then has been fairly rich. At first there was quite a smack of patronage and charity, but it graduated into real friendship. to which his contribution, part of his contribution, was an extraordinary number of unexpected insights. For now, I cite just one of these. A few months after I found him a job selling used cars, he quit, he resigned. Was I aggrieved? What's your case, eh? All that trouble. You're on track at last, and now you just walk out. Godknows says, I want you to know that I was more honest when I was a criminal than I was when you set me straight. When I mugged rich people, they usually lost only some money that didn't mean much to them. In my job, I told poor people lies that cursed their lives. Human value is not measured by wealth, not finally by respectability either. Thanks, God knows, that was good thinking. Here's Godknows' tribute.